The Dodgers have found their secret weapon, and he's not even a Dodger. He was once a Dodger, but he's not even a Dodger. But they have found their secret weapon, and he has proven himself twice now this season. Who am I talking about? Well, let's get down to business. This is Dodger Digest. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. I'm Brad J. Let's get down to the story. Who are we talking about? We're talking about none other than J.D. Martinez is who we're talking about. There you go. J.D. Martinez and Mookie Betts. There is no doubt these guys are really good friends, and they were friends when they played together in Boston. He was when JD was a Dodger. They've been friends. They've been friends all out. And when Mookie was struggling the hardest time of his career this season, who stepped in and flew out to Miami to help him out? That was none other than JD Martinez helping out in a big way. He recently flew to LA to help Mookie out again. He's been experiencing a timely resurgence. New York Post John Heyman reported last week that it's the second time Martinez has had a hitting session with Betts following the one in Tampa weeks before. And if you remember the one in Tampa, that freaking turned him around. That literally turned Mookie around in a big way. That was absolutely huge. Betts hit just 205 in July. Remember how bad he was struggling? Everybody was wondering, like, could he come back from it? Before turning to Martinez for help, that included a 0 for 22 slide. I mean, that's a lot of offers right there. How many games is that? 5? Which resulted in a career worst 5-game hitless streak. He hasn't done that before. The 2018 American League MVP turned it around in August, hitting 288 in August, and his bat still remains hot. Betts hitting 312 this month. So my thoughts there is I feel like J.D. Martinez, he's the dude, man. J.D. Martinez, he's the guy. Like, okay, so he's not even with the team. He's a free agent. He doesn't want to retire. He says he still wants to play next year. He's still hanging around wanting to play DH. But could the Dodgers use him as a postseason hitting consultant? Conforto? Maybe? A little help there? I mean, the Dodgers like to share help. Look at Mookie got new glasses, went to an optometrist. Muncy did the same thing. He was hitting better. So maybe this is a thing where we fly J.D. Martinez in and he just works for the Dodgers. Consultant, man. Can you do that? A postseason consultant? I like the idea. I think it's a good idea. I think it's an absolutely good idea. All right. So he has not been the most solid. 8-time All-Star, hitting career low, 258. So he's never had an average this low before, but definitely has turned it on. He's hit 6 home runs while driving in 20 runs this month. Just think about that. 20 RBI a month, 6 home runs. He hopes to stay locked in with the playoffs start next week. The Dodgers looking to defend their World Series title. And, of course, why wouldn't you be using J.D. Martinez? Look, here's the thing, man. He's already proven it worked. And baseball's a thing of streaks. And as soon as J.D. went to Florida, worked with Mookie the first time, Mookie came out of that slump. Is there a correlation there? There's enough correlation there to try and do that again, to replicate that thing, and that's exactly what's going on. So Mookie knows, hey, here's the playoffs coming up. JD helped me before. Let's go. Bring him in. So future hitting coach? I don't know. Maybe. Consultant? I'd like to see that happen. Wouldn't you like to see that happen? I definitely would. All right, Dodgers' magic number comes down to 3. That's it. They need 3 with that, whether it's a San Diego loss or whatever. Dodgers need 3 for the division. San Diego cinched a playoff position, postseason appearance yesterday's game when they had the walk-off. I guess that was for the Brewers. So there it is right there. 6 games left. Take a look at that, man. That's not – you can't really shape it much better than that. 6 games to go, all 6 on the road, 3 against Arizona, who's still kind of in it, and 3 against Seattle, who just had a huge resurgence. They're at the top. So best team American League right now, Seattle Mariners. Who would have ever thought we'd be saying that? But there it is, 2.5 games. So the Dodgers at this point need 3. So my thoughts, you might want to start out with the W. You might want to start out with a W. So take the win, game 1. It's probably a really good idea to make that happen. That's all I'm saying. All right, what's the postseason scenario? Now it's predicted Mets in there, but the Mets and Cincy are tied. So this is going to come down to it. Whoever is going to grab that 6 spots, will the Mets get in that final spot, or Cincy? So they're going to battle it out. Their exact even records right now. I think Cincy owns the tiebreaker against them. So the Mets would have to outright beat Cincy by a game or 2 just to be able to get in that number 6 spot. So Dodgers could face Cincy. No problem with that. I'd like to see the Dodgers face Cincy. If the Dodgers have to face the Mets, I think those 2 opponents are good for the Dodgers having to take on. I think any one of those could favor the Dodgers. I think where it gets a little dicey is you don't want the Dodgers to have to face the Phillies right away or maybe face the Brewers right away. Maybe just kind of a warm-up beatdown. A warm-up beatdown, is that what I just said? Nice. All right, tonight's matchup, Ohtani on the hill. And I'll tell you what, don't think that he's going to go extra. Even if his pitch count is low, they got a plan. They're pulling him by the 6th inning. So he is out of there in the 6th inning. That dude could have 75 pitches in the 6th inning, and Doc is going to pull him out. So cue for the Dodgers, a big plus for them would be get some frickin' runs. Get some offense before the 5th inning because he's coming out and someone's coming in, and we don't know who, and we don't feel confident. Here's the matchup. Shohei on the mound. Look at that ERA the last 3 games for him. 0.66 ERA. Been phenomenal. Brandon Pfaadt with a PF. He's got a 5.02 ERA, but the last 3 appearances, 2.75. So he's pitched a lot better as of now. 3.29 is what Shohei's ERA totally is for the season. 19 strikeouts compared to 16. 4 walks compared to 2. 5 hits compared to 16. So Dodgers need to tee off on that man right there, on Brandon Pfaadt, because he needs to happen. But this, what needs to really happen here, honestly, we all know. We've got to have some offense. We cannot go 5 innings without anything. We're like 2 hits in 5 innings. That's the kind of crap that doesn't get it done for the Dodgers. The Dodgers need to strike early, keep Shohei until at least a 6, and have a solid 3 to 4 run lead by the time they get Shohei out of this game, or there's going to be problems because you don't know what Roberts is going to do. Is he going to try to do this for the attitude of a player because the Dodgers have already cinched the spot? Is he not worried about the division? Is he more worried about trying and feeling good? I don't know what that holds, but we're all going to be watching it on pins and needles. That is for sure. And that's going to do it for Dodgers Digest. Brad J with you. Always remember, subscribe, like, turn on those darn notifications. We're trying to get to that 10,000 mark. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, as you go through the day, just think Dodger blue, and let's go Dodgers. Let's get the W. Huh?